Hello, good morning. It's the 3rd of March. You're welcome to the AM News. After 167 days of forced leave, Auditor General Yao Domelevo is due back at post today to resume his role as the Chief Auditor of the government purse. There's, however, a hitch. He's been told disparities and anomalies in his personal records with the state suggests he's supposed to have retired last year. Here's a background to the matter in this News Desk report.
Corruption will fight you back. But when you fight corruption, you will be acknowledged.
Yao Domelevo with his infamous quote during an interview following his decision to surcharge former senior minister Yao Domelevo for allegedly breaching the Public Procurement Act that resulted in their payment of $1 million to a private UK firm, Kroll and Associates. Mr. Domelevo then sued the Auditor General and 4 other officials of the Finance Ministry to clear their names. His was one of many state entities Mr. Domelevo was investigating, but on June 29, 2020, President Akufo-Addo directed him to proceed on his accumulated annual leave of 123 working days. The presidency had relied on sections 20 and 32 of the labor law and also a precedent set by former President Atta Mills when he asked the then Auditor General Edward Duah-Agyeman to proceed on leave. But the move was criticized by some civil society organizations which read meanings into the decision.
The president has no power to exercise any control, disciplinary, whatever, financial, administrative, managerial, none.
Days after this directive, Mr. Domelevo wrote back to the presidency urging President Akufo-Addo to reconsider the directive as it was unconstitutional. Yao Domelevo said he had observed that his work was embarrassing the government. Following this letter, the presidency extended his leave by an additional 44 days. Government maintained the decision of the president was well grounded in law.
A sitting president has exercised the powers under the Labour Act, reference to somebody in the audit service in this manner. I do not recall civil society groups coming together to do a press conference.
Several pressure groups, political parties, and civil society organizations, including Occupy Ghana, CDD, the NDC, and anti-corruption campaigners, including Vitus Azim, spoke against the directive and urged the president to recall the Auditor General from his leave.
First, we believe the decision of the president is not proper and needs to be reconsidered. The action gravely weakens the president's fight against corruption.
US-based Ghanaian lawyer Professor Kweku Asari took the campaign a notch higher when he sued the Attorney General and 2 others over this directive, arguing it was illegal and inconsistent with the letter and spirit of Article 1877 of the 1992 Constitution. Within the first month of proceeding on leave, the locks on Mr. Domelevo's office were changed on the instructions of the Audit Service Board chaired by Professor Duah-Agyeman.
Yeah, but the key cannot even enter. How do you see that? It was flat like this, and they've changed it to this one.
Professor Duah-Agyeman defended this action, saying the move was to secure the office.
There is a problem about the office, the locks. The board has every right to make sure that the place is secure.
After 167 days on leave, Yao Domelevo is expected to return tomorrow, March 3, 2021, to continue his work. What remains to be seen is what will become of the legal action taken in his defense following the president's directive.
And that was a News Desk report. We'll be sharing with you correspondence between the Auditor General and the Audit Service on this issue later here on the AM show. And of course, whether or not Mr. Domelevo will show up to work today.